Sometimes we get off on these tangents that aren't the tangents of the show, and we think, all right, now it's time to hit record. So,
well, this one was especially bad because we were supposed to be recording. Like, our producers are going to be mad because we were having all these great conversations off recording.
You know, that guy, man, let me tell you something about that producer. This guy, he's got a big hat. He's got half a mustache. I won't tell you which half, but this guy, let me tell you.
Whichever half tickles you more is the exact right answer. Oh, no, I didn't mean tickles like that. I meant tickles in like a funny sense. I didn't mean
Either way, I think it works.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, but this guy, he's full of it, let me tell you. But, well, speaking of our producer and the production, I understand that you have I guess a hypothetical, a what if, I don't know what you teased me with it before we started.
It's more of a thought. It's kind of like one of those like personality quizzes. Like where it'll tell you like which Hogwarts house you are. Like it says a lot about your answer.
Interesting.
Okay, so I've already hyped it up way too much. It's already going to fall flat immediately.
No, I'm already going to love it.
But Dan, let's say you were gifted. You were gifted a magical amulet. And it can look however... See, it's getting a little crazy already. It's already pretty weird.
I'm with you so far. Yeah.
Okay, it's a magical amulet. And what it does...
I'm gifted it by
a strange witch.
By a crone.
That you meet on the side of the road.
Yes, one of those roadside crones. I know them well. All right, so she's bequeathed unto me this magic amulet.
Yeah. And then she says, "See you later." No, I'm just kidding. She tells you what it does. But that would be hypothetical in it itself. What if you had
what
a
do you do with
amulet?
that amulet? Yeah.
But in this one allows you to do a perfect backflip once in your life, and then the amulet shatters.
Oh.
Where, when, how would you use the magic amulet to do your perfect backflip?
Now
I don't know your ability. I don't know if you can do one normally. But I can't. And I would
no, I certainly can't. I would need to make use of the amulet.
Okay.
Unless it was unless it was like the amulet wasn't magic and the backflip was in you all along kind of story. But I don't want to roll those dice.
Like the curse can help you with the small baseball games, but it can't help you win the World Series.
That's right. So I think I would. All right, so the first answer that came to my head, somebody's funeral, right? I think that would be
cool.
That would be like a nice moment of levity. I wouldn't do it out of nowhere. I would hype it up. You know, I would introduce it so that they didn't feel like I was being disrespectful. I would want them to know that I had this magic amulet, and that I think it would be nice if they knew the backstory of the amulet, that I was using it at the funeral. You know, so because it's gonna break.
Wait a minute. Yeah, that's true. But wait a minute. So, I can't imagine. I'm not going to use. I don't want to be too grim and use like a family member. But it's like, you know, poor Hank. He'd be so happy to see you. Well, I met a witch. I met a Crone.
Let me tell you about this hag I met.
To tell you about my friend Hank, I have to tell you this other story where I met a witch.
You ever walk down a dusty road and meet an old crone? Well, that happened to me, and she gave me this particular amulet. And you're going to want to stick around for what happens with the amulet.
If you were thinking of walking out of this funeral, mid-funeral, stick around.
You're going to want to stick around this funeral. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I think probably that's probably the most realistic time I would want to use it, because like I'm probably not going to. It would be underwhelming at a talent show or something like that, right?
Sure.
So I wouldn't want to do that. And I can't think of a situation. I feel like it would be kind of a video game, like an RPG potion situation, where like I wouldn't want to keep it for too long thinking that I would have a perfect moment to use it and just never use it, you know? So I would probably break it out at a sad funeral, would be my guess. What about you?
I do understand the mentality, though. I'll answer, but I do understand the idea of being like, if I use this now, I won't have a perfect backflip in my back pocket at all times.
And
what if there's a boss fight? I need to do a cool backflip.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is like, okay, if they're, because I feel like that would be a way to plan it, you know, because if I was waiting for the opportune moment, it may never come. But then there may be a moment where, I don't know, I need to dodge a bullet or something, and
Sure.
I would be bummed if I didn't have the magic amulet that lets me do a perfect backflip given to me by a crone at that point.
In that moment, the world slows, and you say, "What irony! Irony has found me here on this day."
And now my funeral.
Oh, it's a twist. Who will backflip at my funeral? I wonder.
Another finger on the monkey's paw curls. As I don't have my magic amulet that lets me do a backflip.
I did a great backflip, but at what cost? And I have 2 comments on your funeral one, and then I will answer. I don't mean to roast your whole thing.
No, please.
For one, I feel like it would be kind of a shame if you go to a funeral and you're like, and you're just like, for a family member, backflip all day. Absolutely. But for my neighbor, I don't know if it's worth
Oh, you got to.
I don't know if it's backflip day.
You got to consider, your relationship to the deceased. Is it backflip worthy?
So you can't. So you just shouldn't be too vocal about it, being like,
"No,
I have
you're right."
This cool power, and they're like, "Well, why didn't you do it at my funeral, my husband's funeral, or whatever?" And it's like I just wasn't feeling.
Yeah.
Wasn't
you
feeling.
You wouldn't want to. I would want to avoid the jealousy on occasion that I'm going to so many funerals that somebody's widow starts thinking, if he could have, my dead husband isn't worthy of the perfect backflip. I wouldn't want to do that.
I thought you were saying jealousy in the sense of they would see you do a backflip and go, "Fuck, I wish I could do a backflip." Like that. Jealousy.
I should have brought. Why didn't I bring the amulet? That crone gave me one too.
Shit, the one time.
Yeah, she's handing them out.
Amulet, I left it at home.
Yeah. God damn it.
But also, one more note. The idea of, you said making a big spectacle, I think that is right. I think that's the right move.
Yeah.
Doing it as like almost a performance halfway. But
Definitely.
also powerful, walking up to the family of the deceased, really quiet, very intimate. Mm-hmm. "I'm so sorry for your loss." Just a quick backflip right there, walk away like nothing happened.
Almost as if they don't even have time to process that it happened. Yeah.
Oh man, the funeral was such a blur. I think our neighbor Dan did flip at one point, but I can't remember.
He did a perfect backflip on the grave of our beloved father.
Oh fuck! I missed it in the church. I should have done it then, but now we're in this field. Wasted.
I was too sad to comment on it. What with the funeral and all, but he definitely did a backflip.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I forgot to mention it. I think I would do also kind of morbid, which is interesting. We both went there. Yeah. I think I would save it until the moment before I'm about to die, about to pass away. Ideally, so of old age. Right?
Yes. Yeah. So you're a decrepit old man.
So I'd say, let's say I'm 6'5", and tall people don't live that long. So let's say 85.
Okay. Yep. You're surrounded by your loved ones who've never seen you do a backflip.
And I say, "Everyone give space," and then everyone kind of clears the floor, and I say, "Watch this," and I do a flip and then crumble to the ground immediately after.
It was amazing. Yeah, and then I could do the backflip at your funeral.
You saved it this whole time for me. Is this like a love story, like a beautiful duet?
Like an O. Henry story? Yeah. I cut off all my hair to buy you this comb. Yeah.
This is like a Hallmark movie we should pitch to someone. We both get amulets where we're going to backflip. And then we never use them, though.
The Crone's Promise. This week on Hallmark.